I enjoy the texture of a dish as much as I enjoy the flavor. So wild rice has always been a favorite of mine, but I'm an impatient person, I admit. And so cooking it on the stovetop is really hard for me. I keep hanging around worrying that it's going to boil over or that it's going to burn on the bottom and be half cooked on top. But I found a solution. Slow cooker wild rice pilaf. You will love it. I'm starting with 1.5 cups of the wild rice, and then I'm adding the fun ingredients. 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder, a 1/2 cup of golden raisins. Dark raisins work well, but I like the color of the golden raisins. A little butter to keep things oiled, and then chicken broth. You could use vegetable broth if you want to make this a vegetarian dish. It really won't affect the flavor in a negative way at all. And then finally an orange, which really will brighten the flavor. First I want 3 tablespoons of zest. I'm going to just do it here on the cutting board so I can eyeball the amount. And in it goes. We're not done with the oranges yet. Going for 2 tablespoons of juice. My handy dandy little juicer here, which so conveniently measures the amount. And I have my 2 tablespoons with just half a very juicy orange. Mix it all together. Don't worry about mixing that pat of butter in. As the cooker cooks, the butter will melt and it will seep into the rest of the mixture. When it's all mixed, I put it into the slow cooker with the lid on top and turn it to high. And it is on its own for the next 3 hours. I really don't have to worry about it boiling over or burning or cooking fast. I can just walk away. So let's see how the rice has been doing, whether it's gotten tender or not. Ah, look at that. The little yellow raisins have plumped up and risen to the top. I definitely smell the orange zest, and I am going to stir it down so that with every bite, you get some of all of that. I'm also looking to see if there's any standing water in here or whether it's all been absorbed, and it has been. If there was more liquid here than I like, I would just have drained it off, but it has completely absorbed it. But before I serve it, you know I love texture, and so I'm going to add a few fresh ingredients that I didn't want to subject to the long cooking process. First, some parsley, flat leaf Italian. Just give it a rough cut. I need about a 1/2 cup of that. Adding some chopped fresh scallions because I like how crisp they are. And finally, some chopped pecans. Mix that in. So you can see that the parsley is starting to wilt a bit from the heat of the other ingredients, but it's not losing its brilliant green color. If I had mixed it in from the very beginning, it would have kind of dissolved and we would have hardly been aware of its presence. So, this is a great dish to serve along with a beautiful piece of salmon, some white fish, a broiled chicken breast, or even on its own, which is the way I'm going to try it right now. I taste all the flavors, but none of them dominates. And I am really enjoying the texture of this dish, the chewiness of the rice, the brightness of the parsley, the bite of the onion, the crispness of the pecans. You have got to try this.